everybody, and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my week. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. I'm extremely tired today, but I'm going to push through, so hopefully this doesn't sound so like blah and monotone like I know I can get when I'm tired. But here we go. I'm going to push through. So today we are working on Autumn Admiration by Becca Tyndall, and I'm like just over here-ish with the sun, so I love these colors. Like it's been an amazing kit to work on, and honestly I've been enjoying taking my time with it. I'm not gonna lie. I've not been diamond painting as much as I normally do this week, so I've just really been kind of savoring this one. But I do have 3 rows left to go on it. I say rows, I mean actually columns, because I'm going up to down and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm almost there, but am I gonna finish before the end of the month? I actually don't know. I might. I should be able to, actually. Anyways, what am I working with today? I have, I don't know where to start. I have my tray here from Bijou Bliss. This is their Drills and Chills tray from last year. Absolutely love it. I'm working with 2 pens. So we got this pen right here from Lace and Latheworks, and then this pen right here is from Butterfly Effect Wares. This one's the Dracula drop that they did recently. I wasn't gonna get one, but then there was like still some left over from the drop, and I was like, well, I guess that's a sign that I need to get it. And then for my stickies, I'm using Pumpkin Pie glue dots, and then I'm using both of these from WeWax. So right here we have Wee Putty in the apple cinnamon scent, and then I'm using some wax in the cranberry apple marmalade scent, which this is absolutely an amazing scent. I love it. And honestly, I am obsessed with this putty now. Like, this is a fantastic putty to use. Okay, you get me every time. Okay, so I think that's, oh yeah, and then I'm using this trash binder here from Amazing Craft Shop. Okay, so let's get into this one. I'm not gonna lie, this week was kind of uneventful. We did have some fun stuff happening over the weekend and stuff, but once the weekend got past, it was just kind of like a blah week, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, let's start with a non-AB color, because I don't like starting with AB. So on Saturday last week, Animals apparently thought it was a good idea to wake us up at 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, I was extremely tired again. I mean, I'm not tired today because of the animals. I will say that much. I was gonna say, oh, there's a pattern, but there's really not. It just, it was me. I'm the problem. I decided to stay up way too late playing video games last night, and now I'm paying for it today. But it's okay. It happens. I mean, part of it was playing video games, part of it was doing dishes, because, yeah, I decided to do dishes at, like, midnight last night, so, but hey, they're done. That's the important part, right? Right. So, yeah, Animals woke us up at 7:30 in the morning, so it was, like, we were very exhausted, and then we all were, like, knowing that we had a very busy day on top of it was just, like, you know, so, yeah. So yeah, then I had my first solo set therapy session. So we had been seeing, or we are, I mean, not had been, we are seeing a couples counselor, although we're cutting because, you know, it's costly. So we're cutting the couples sessions and just doing our individuals for now, with it being open for us to do a couple session if we need it. But yeah, we were seeing a couples counselor or couples therapist, and then we decided, like, this therapist is actually a really good fit for both of us. And so they took us both on as individual clients as well. So I had my first solo session with them on Saturday, and it went really well. I don't know, I came out there feeling very validated, which is kind of nice. So I felt really good coming out of it, and I, like, because she's like they're a behavioral therapist, so I'm getting, like, instead of just, you know, talking through things, like, they are suggesting different things that we can do to, like, adjust our behaviors and mindsets and stuff to. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently the cats needed food, so my husband went downstairs, which the downstairs door is, like, right next to where I'm sitting, so decided to pause instead of making it too loud and stuff. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so my therapist is working with me on like ways of adjusting my mind to like work through problems and stuff like that. So that's been very helpful already. So yeah, I had my first solo session there, which we got stuck in traffic, which was really annoying because like who in their right minds shuts down a main route, like when I say main, like it's like one of the big highways in our state. They shut it down to one lane. It was a 3-lane down to 1 lane on a Saturday at noon. Like, what the actual heck were people thinking? So that was really frustrating because so I ended up being like almost 20 minutes late to my session. But thankfully the session after me actually ended up canceling. So I was able to get my full hour out of it. But man, it was so annoying. I was so mad too. It's like I'm sitting there like, are you serious? Like, and it's like one of those moments like, this isn't a good omen, right? But no, it was fine. And then, so yeah, we've been seeing this therapist for a few weeks now. And so like, obviously they know a lot about our lives and stuff like that. And so, while I was at my session, my husband actually drove me out there so he and Sydney could run some errands. And so once they were done, they came up, or they sat out and waited outside the office and stuff like that. And I heard little thumps running around before I opened the door. So it's like I opened the door and I peeked out. I'm like, oh, you want to meet our daughter? And so she was like completely showing off and stuff like that. It was so cute. So yeah, the therapist got to meet the little girl that we're always talking about. It's all that color? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the errand that my husband was doing was trying to find Halloween cutouts because we were going to make Halloween cookies with the boys that night. Oh, and the boys did hang out at my in-laws while we were doing all this too. So we went to multiple stores and could not find any Halloween cutouts anywhere. So I'm guessing it's because it's like so close to Halloween. So I was like, okay, well, we're not going to find this. So we decided to just like forego it. And we're like, well, we'll just make round cookies and like do Halloween colors and stuff like that for frosting and everything like that. Because we have like a really nice dye pack that actually has black frosting or black dye in it and stuff like that. So we were able to do like good Halloween colors. I think we had white, orange, and black for all of our colors, and then we had sprinkles that were brown and orange as well. So anyways, I digress already. So yeah, we stopped at another store to look for those, and no dice, like there was none. So we're like, okay. And then we realized like, oh, because like my appointment was at noon. And like, we're like, oh, we haven't fed Sydney lunch yet. And so we like popped over to McDonald's, which was right next door, and got her a Happy Meal. And I basically sat in the back and fed her while we were, so yeah, basically sat in the back and fed her. And then like the process that we went after that was we went to my in-laws to pick the boys up. And then we went to the little farm stand that's like right around the corner from our house and got pumpkins. And so like the entire time we're driving, I'm just sitting there feeding Sydney her food and like smelling mine. And so yeah, we got to the pumpkin patch, or little pumpkin stand. And like this place is awesome with their pumpkins. Like they have so many different sizes and stuff. And of course, Alex being Alex, he was going for like the biggest ones. It's like, okay, dude, you know, we're going to have to help you carve these as well as carving our own. So we're not going to go giant on these pumpkins. So yeah, the boys were looking for their pumpkins. And meanwhile, Sydney was just kind of like running circles because like they had them lined up on like pallets and stuff like that. And so Sydney was just running circles around the whole place. It was so funny. She definitely got her exercise out for sure. So yeah, and then also she was trying to pick up every pumpkin, and it's like, girl, like a couple she did manage to pick up, but like she went for ones that were like almost as big as she was, and it's like, okay, honey, you're not going to be able to pick that up. So yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I probably hear tapping in the background. I apologize for that. So So yeah, we ended up finding all of our pumpkins that we wanted, and then we're like, okay, this is perfect. We'll head home. And so got home, and then we're like, okay, so we want to just, take a breather for a little bit before we jump into all this stuff. So we laid Sydney down for a little quiet time. I can't even say nap anymore because she doesn't actually nap. So we laid her down for quiet time. And then, stay. And then me and my husband scarfed the food that we got for ourselves because we still hadn't eaten anything by this point. So we scarfed our lunch and gave the boys some video game time. Oh, that's why one's not sticking. So yeah, gave the boys some video game time. We had some relaxing time. I think I did a section of this diamond painting, and then we're like, okay. And then we jumped into it again. So I was finishing up my section as we were getting stuff laid out for the pumpkin carving and everything. Got newspaper down on the table and stuff. And meanwhile, my husband was he was getting the cookies baking and stuff like that. Cause we just got a pre-made dough to make it easier on ourselves. Cause we knew today was or not today. We knew that day was going to be crazy. So yeah, we, brain just kind of flatlined on me for a second there. So yeah, we got things going there with the pumpkin carving, asked the boys what they wanted to do, had them sketch it out first. And then my husband drew them on the pumpkins for the boys and stuff like that. And then actually the boys ended up carving their pumpkins all by themselves, which was a first. So that was wow, kids are definitely growing up. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they carved their pumpkins, and then I was carving Sydney's. I did a Blue's Clues paw print on hers because, it's just perfect. And she was sitting on my lap, and I actually have pictures of her with the spoon, because we got one of those kits that have the carving knives, and then they have the spoon that you pull the guts out with. And so she was sticking that down in the pumpkin. So I got a couple of cute pictures of her doing that. And then, yep, we successfully got all of our pumpkins carved and everything. And then we realized, oh yeah, we got to do dinner now. Because, we had planned on doing twice baked potatoes for dinner. But by the time we finished with everything, it was, already, almost time for bed and stuff like that. So, the boys didn't get fast food since they ate at my in-laws. So we're okay, we got them McDonald's. And then, we just I think we fed Sydney mac and cheese or something for dinner since she had the McDonald's earlier in the day. We didn't want to do that twice with her. So we just gave her something and then got her laid down. And then my husband and I both had Chinese food because we didn't want to do McDonald's again. And Chinese food is cheaper. So I was okay, we'll do that. So yeah, we ate dinner. And then once we were done with dinner, then we did the cookie decorating because it's it's easier to do that when Sydney's not underfoot and stuff. So yeah, we decorated the cookies, and I waited until the end to decorate my cookies because the boys, I didn't want to mix frostings by accident and stuff, and I wanted to play around with it. So I unfortunately did not have any of the good materials for decorating, so I didn't have any piping bags or anything like that. But I did manage to do some fun things with my cookies. I did a Jack Skellington face on one of them. I did a pumpkin on one of them. And I did a starry night with a moon and a little ghosty one. I think the ghost was my favorite because I used sprinkles for the eyes and the mouth, and it was really cute. So yeah, it was a fun time. And then we ended up splitting those cookies in half and took some next door to our neighbor because he has been absolutely amazing and mowing our lawn for us. I mean, he says it's a lot easier because he doesn't have to stop at the line or anything like that. He just can keep going through our yard and stuff like that. So he says it's easier and he doesn't mind. But I was like, you know what, we're still gonna do something nice for him. And I remember how excited he got when we brought them Christmas cutouts last year. So I was like, you know what, let's do this because I know he'll enjoy this. And then sure enough, my husband brought them over, and he literally said like they were gonna eat them all tonight, or that night. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, that was the whole point of us making cookies, was to, that was way off. Yeah, so yeah, the whole point of us making cookies was so that we could kind of give him a thank you for mowing our lawn for us so much. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the boys both kind of did silly faces on their pumpkins, and it was kind of funny too, because like I sent pictures to my mom, and she was like, oh my gosh, the Alex's pumpkin looks like the silly face that Drake always makes. So we got a picture of Drake making that silly face next to the pumpkin, and yeah, they're twins. It was kind of funny. So they both did silly faces. I did a horde symbol from World of Warcraft. I did a paw print for Sydney from Blue's Clues, and my husband did a silly face with the Wayland Yutani symbol on it as the smiley face part of it. At first he just put the symbol on there, and he's like, wait, I can make this into a silly face, and then he did. So and that's something from Aliens. So yeah, unfortunately there was a day that got up to 80 degrees this week though, so now our pumpkins are already like degrading, which is unfortunate because I don't think they're gonna make it to Halloween now. So that's unfortunate. But hey, at least we had fun making them or carving them and stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then we finished out the night with a family game night, which was kind of more annoying than fun. So we decided to play Fall Guys, and I don't know why, but the night we decided to play was the night that all the jerks were playing, and like people were just being bad sportsmen, and it was just terrible. Like I kept having people like grabbing me and throwing me off levels and stuff like that, and I was just like, I was getting kind of frustrated with it. So that part was annoying, but I mean, the rest of the night was good at least. And then yeah, my husband and I, we usually do our date nights on Saturdays, but like by the time we were done with the day, I kind of just looked at him like, do you just want to do our own thing tonight and just do date night tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, because like by the time all was said and done, like we didn't actually stop moving until the kids were in bed. So it was like, okay, it was a very, very, very busy day. I mean, it was a good one for sure, but it was just so busy. So yeah, we decided to kind of do our own thing. So I kind of decided to diamond paint, and he was playing one of his games. And yeah, we got to relax a bit, which was nice. Let's see. Okay, and then Sunday rolled around. The boys' mom got them early again. They were doing like family pictures, and it was just a situation where like the boys' mom doesn't pay attention when she schedules things sometimes, and so she realized it was like her week. But she asked if she could come get the boys early again. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. So she did that, and so we got a nice little extra day to recoup, which was nice and definitely needed. 100% needed. I mean, don't really much to say about Sunday because I was diamond painting for the morning portion of it, and then when Sydney went down for a nap, I was like, because my husband was playing Honkai Star Rail, so I was like, oh, I wonder if I can beat that boss I was stuck on. So I went in and did that, and then turned out that I did beat him and was able to progress the story. So I did that, and that's what I literally spent the rest of my evening doing because it took so long. Like, all I was trying to do was get to this boss battle, and it took forever. And then there was like a little intermission part of it too. It was like, oh yeah, good job. And then it's like, oh wait, no, now there's more. So yeah, there was just a lot there. So I literally spent like from Sydney's nap all the way until we went to bed doing that. But on the bright side, I'm closer to being caught up in that game now, so there's that. But yeah, so our date night just ended up turning into us playing games next to each other. Which now reminds me, we're now 2 episodes behind on Survivor. let's see. So yeah, really not much to say. Yeah, Monday we had a random heat wave. Monday was in the 70s, and then Tuesday was in the 80s, which was yikes. That's not normal for us this time of year, so it was kind of, well, first off, it was annoying. Like, I actually had to turn the air conditioner on Tuesday, and I was so mad about it. Like, this is the point where we're supposed to be, like, waiting it out to turn the heat on, but no, we actually had to turn the air conditioner on. Like, we almost took them out earlier that week, too. I was like, oh, yeah, we gotta get these out of the window, and then we ended up not having time or energy to do it. And then it was like, well, we'll take care of it next weekend, and it's good that we did, because, honestly, we needed it. Which was annoying, because it's fall, and that's supposed to be summer weather in the fall. Yep, it was another relaxing day on Monday as well. Like, it took a lot to recoup from the weekend. Like, I know, like me personally, when I do a lot of stuff like that, I need to recharge my social battery. Just how it goes, but yeah, I'm still tired. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we were supposed to go grocery shopping on Monday, but then we decided to put it off to Wednesday because, like, one of our dinner ideas we actually had all the ingredients to make it already, so we're like, let's just, no, we Instacarted. That's what it was. We chose, like, 2 dinner options, and then we Instacarted the stuff to make it and stuff like that, so we didn't have to leave the house because we were both kind of drained still from the weekend. So yeah, we did that. Which Sydney is, like, the perfect little grocery helper. She likes to help unload groceries and stuff like that. And then when we get the cubes of the Coke, she'll help us load them into the fridge by, like, she'll just hand us them, and, like, she'll take them out of the box and hand it to us and go, a Coke, and then you put it in the fridge and rinse and repeat. She's been mimicking so much more lately too. Like, she's just, like, copying everything we say. It's actually kind of cute sometimes, but sometimes it's like, hey, it sounds like you're mocking me. Where were we? Oh yeah, and then we decided we were going to push grocery shopping till Wednesday because my husband was planning on taking the day off on Wednesday. Because we had some things we had to get taken care of around the house, so he took a day off to help with that. I keep looking too far down here. Oh yeah, and then, so last week I think it was, we got in, so yeah, we're working with a realtor right now because obviously we are looking to move, but we weren't, like, expecting to be interested in anything this quickly, so it was like one of those things where, like, yeah, we're kind of doing the preparations and stuff like that, but we didn't expect to, like, actually be looking actively until spring or summer. But then this house popped up last week that was just, like, checking so many boxes for us and would be absolutely amazing. Like, there's even a spot that would be a perfect dedicated recording space for me. So I was like, yeah, I kind of like this house. And my husband's like, yeah, I like this one too. And, like, one of the big things that really sold it on me was that it have a huge fenced-in backyard. So, like, if we were, like, taking Zero out or something like that, it'd be so much easier because we can just open the door, let him run, do all of his chaos and stuff. Good way for him to get out a bunch of energy and everything, because he's definitely a runner. He wants to run everywhere. He doesn't want to walk. He wants to be, like, constantly moving at a fast pace and stuff. So it's, like, one of those things where that kind of, like, that checked a box that we didn't even realize we were looking for. So yeah, we're like, okay, that's something we should, or we like this house a lot. So after a lot of discussion on it and stuff like that, we decided that we are going to the open house, which is on Sunday this weekend. So, it's coming up in a couple days here. Oh, that really just happened. Don't mind me. I'm just a hot mess today. So yeah, we decided we were going to go check it out and stuff. So we're going to the open house on Sunday. And then if all goes well, we'll put an offer in on it, which meant we had to go through the pre-approval process and stuff like that. So Monday was the day that my husband called and did that. He worked with the same loan originator as his my sister-in-law did, because they kind of like they kind of treat you more like a person than your credit score. So with that part we really liked, especially because like we still have a loan in our name that we're not actually technically, well, in my husband's name, that technically we are not responsible for. So it's like it's showing up on his credit, but it's not his. So it's like, yeah, it's a whole thing. So yeah, we did that work and stuff like that. And the good news is we did get pre-approved for the amount we would need for this house. So that is exciting. So it's like, okay, well, that's something that's working in our favor so far. So at this point, it's going to be about like going and looking. And then if we determine that it is something we want to move forward on, putting the offer in and just hoping for the best. But also the caveat with that is like, if we do get the offer approved, it would be contingent on us selling our house, which means we would have to work to get it up to like, just, you know, just a couple things need to get fixed up and stuff like that. So it's either gonna like be, we have a few weeks to get this stuff done, or it's gonna be mass chaos to get this stuff done. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna end up happening. I'm not getting my hopes up because I know the housing market can be rough, and honestly, the likelihood that they'll probably accept our offers probably slim, especially if they get better offers, especially with like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a popular house because it's huge and it's not too pricey. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by Elizabeth. Let's see. And then Monday night I was, oh gosh, this is probably gonna be a shorter whip and chat, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Yeah, Monday night was kind of a, I was like, okay, this is the one night of the week I have to actually sit and diamond paint right now, so I'm gonna do that. Because you know, I have raid nights and stuff like that, so I was planning on sitting and diamond painting, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll do a couple things in game, which led to me being in game the entire rest of the night. So yeah, I ended up playing WoW most of the night. Yeah, it's funny how that happens, but they have the anniversary stuff going right now, so it's like they have a lot of fun stuff going on right now. Okay, sometimes this putty is a little too good. There we go. Yeah, so Tuesday, I already basically talked about that. Yeah, that's all the pre-approval stuff and everything like that. Yeah, so we got projects planned and stuff like that. My mom's coming over tomorrow to help us with clearing out some more of these gardens that have kind of gotten overgrown, because like we wanted to take care of the gardens a long time ago, but we had to wait because the boy's mom wanted to grab some plants that were from like her grandmother's garden and stuff like that. And so like we waited and waited and waited, and she was just like not doing it. So finally we said like, okay, you need to do this, otherwise you're losing out. So then she finally did it, but then she was all mad at us, so she kind of destroyed our gardens in the meantime. Which, I mean, it's not a big deal because we had planned on just ripping them all out and just doing grass anyways, because honestly my husband and I are not gardeners, so we were not like looking forward to maintaining gardens, so we're just gonna make it easier on ourselves essentially. But she's screaming upstairs, oh my gosh. But yeah, we were like, we had to wait, and now it's like to the point where it's like so overgrown, it's ridiculous. So we're kind of, my mom came over once over the summer and helped us with a little bit of it, and then we're like, okay, we'll do this again. And now it's like, I texted her, I'm like, are you free on Saturday to help us with the gardens a little bit more? And then I told her about like the house and stuff like that we're looking at. And of course she was like, oh, when do I move in? It's like, Mom. It was really funny. I know she keeps making jokes like, we need to have an in-law suite. And then, let's see. And then that night was kind of rough for my poor husband. He ended up with a migraine. So he ended up staying home from work and like he was just on the couch. Like, poor guy. He was feeling really crummy. And then, of course, it was raid night again for me, which we got exactly to the same spot that we were at before. We still have not downed that stupid boss yet, and it's dumb because we actually got her down to 5% on Wednesday this week. So, like, she's so close. We are very close. So, like, yeah, it was just frustrating that we still haven't gotten her down. But at the same time, like, people weren't doing mechanics, and once we got towards the end of the fight, everybody, I think so many of us are like, yeah, I'm ready to be done with this, that we're just, like, people are not, they're tunneling, which is what we call it, where they just ignore the mechanics and just, you know, try to kill the boss. And it's like, you can't ignore mechanics. Like, you just really can't, especially with some of these ones that, because, like, you ignore one mechanic, then the whole group is going to suffer. So yeah, that was kind of frustrating this week. Yep, and then Wednesday, my husband took the day off, and we had initially planned on getting stuff done around the house, but actually it just turned out to be kind of like a recoup day, because, you know, we both were pretty mentally worn and stuff like that. So we did manage a load of laundry. That was like the extent of what we got. But it's okay, because honestly, I think getting that break was what we both needed, like having help with Sydney and stuff like that, and like both of us tag teaming her and making sure, like, you know, we were giving each other time to do things and stuff like that. We did get through a bunch of stuff that we did need to do, but we didn't get through everything that was on our list. So yeah. Yeah, and then I already talked about my raid night again. It was just stupid. Let's see. Did I miss anything? No. I also didn't, like, take notes after the day, so I'm probably missing stuff that I am just literally forgetting about. Because that's what I do sometimes. I'm very forgetful, which is annoying. Let's see. Okay, Thursday rolls around. Of course, my husband was in the office again on Thursday, and we were, so Sydney, me, were home, and she was, like, super cuddly that day. Like, it was so sweet. She just wanted to do nothing but sit in my lap and play on her tablet or watch her TV show. Or at one point, she did bring a couple of her little people over, and we're playing with them on my diamond painting, but yeah, we had a nice, like, cuddly day and stuff, so I spent most of the day with her on my lap. And then, of course, you know, when I laid her down and stuff like that, Hannah went live with Laura, so I was watching them and picking on Hannah, because, you know, her kidding up on lives usually ends in disaster, so, but it doesn't seem like it's going to end in disaster this time. It seemed like she got kid up okay, but that was really funny. But yeah, they were kidding up their Night Court November kits, which is exciting, because, like, guys, like, it's almost November already, and there's so much I gotta do still. I gotta reach out to sponsors and stuff and figure out what exactly we have to give away and everything. Like, so far I've asked, like, people, like, we got our sponsor list, basically. I'm still waiting on one response right now, I believe. And I know Sophie's planning something too. I don't know what she's planning. She hasn't told me yet. But she said she's planning something big, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. There, okay. I did see one fall. I was like, where did it go? Diamond painting problems. It's a fairy dust too, so I can't let it get away. So yeah, I watched that, and then at the same time I was kind of multitasking, because, like, our main problem in our guild right now is that we are really short on healers. Like, we have 2 healers that actually show up consistently. I mean, one of them is in college, and the other one lives in New Zealand, so, like, trying to match up to our raid times can be confusing for him. So we're like, okay, well, we need to find some more healers and stuff, some reliable healers. So yeah, I was doing some research into like guild recruitment and stuff like that because I am an officer in the guild, so I'm not stepping on any toes or anything like that. And then I like learned about like there's a whole forum on the Blizzard pages and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well, hop over there and like throw out some recruiting posts. And then there's like, oh, there's a Facebook group. So I joined that. And so far I did get a bite from the Facebook group, which was exciting. So I did manage to pull in a healer already. And actually tonight she's running with us on our weekend raid that I'm actually running. But yeah, she's going to be running with us as kind of like a test for the raid team and stuff like that. And make sure, we're just going to make sure her heals are on point. Oh my god, that's so much AB. So much AB. Okay. But yeah, we're, so yeah, I've kind of like jumped into doing that and stuff. Basically making sure that I really want to see how this team succeeds. So I'm like working very hard to see it happen basically. And I hope we can make it happen. I have no idea where that just went. I think that went to the ground. Okay, whatever. Yeah, and then last night was just another night where I ended up just playing the game all night. I really didn't diamond paint much this week, and that's okay. Like, I don't always have to be diamond painting as fast as I can or anything like that. Like, I do take breaks once in a while, and as you guys can see, this kit's taking me a little bit longer than most kits would, because if I just like straight focus this one and did nothing else, it would be done by now, 100%. But it's nice to be able to just kind of sit and do something else. And honestly, I'm really glad I have my World of Warcraft mojo back, because honestly, I had been missing it. And I don't know, it just, yeah, even my husband said like, yeah, your mental health seems like it's been better lately with doing all this and stuff. Cause I'm like, I am socializing now. Yeah, it's still with people online, but like, hey, come on, get in there. It is with people online, but at least it's like, you know, I'm talking with people and other adults and stuff like that, and I'm keeping my mind active with like these raid fights and stuff like that. So I mean, it's been really good for me, I think, and my husband thinks so too. So I mean, I feel like I've been doing a lot better between like therapy and that, and I'm still gonna stick with my diamond painting. You know that. But I think next year I'm not going to be aiming for the numbers. I'm just going to be aiming to like enjoy the craft a little bit more. I think this year I'm definitely gonna hit 50 diamond paintings completed in the year, and next year I'm going to take it a little easier, I think, and not try to get so many done per month and everything like that. So yeah, that's kind of like what I've been reflecting on and stuff. But anyways, I got distracted again. So yeah, I played again last night because their anniversary stuff is up, and I know I apologize for those who probably don't care as much about this stuff. But I'm sorry, that's basically my week, so that's what I have to talk about. So yeah, we did the anniversary stuff, and it's kind of fun because they have like a fashion contest. They have a like Mount Mania contest where you have to match as many mounts as they put up, and like they put up some ones that are hard to get and stuff like that. Just realized, I wonder if they responded to my bug report. Because I went running for a mount last night, and then the raid was actually glitched, and I couldn't get to the final boss, so I'm hoping they fix that. Anyways. So, yeah, they did a Mount Mania thing where you're just basically, you have to jump on the same mount, and then they have like a story time where you sit there and listen to a story, and then you are given reactions to do during it and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, and it's fun stuff. And then of course we're like earning tokens for these awesome sets and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, but yeah. Me and my guildies were playing together last night. We did the fashion show together and the Mount Mania together. It was just so funny. Like, my one guildie, he didn't get a single mount. And then afterwards, we like stayed in the mount arena there, and we're kind of like showing off all of our best mounts and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a good time. Like, I was being social with people and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. Gimme. I also was helping one of my guildies with their rotation and stuff like that because they're trying out a new build for their healer in hopes that they would be doing better and stuff. So seems like it's working better so far. So we'll see how it goes in raid next week. Anywho, okay, we're almost at 40 minutes. And then, yeah, like I said, I did dishes at midnight last night. But, yeah, did dishes at midnight, which, you know, I then afterwards did my winding down and everything like that. So I didn't go to bed till like 2:30 in the morning, which I don't do that anymore. I usually try to make sure I'm asleep by 1 at the latest, sometimes earlier. But, yeah, I need to re-up my wax again. So, yeah, it was... Oh yeah, and then this morning I had to get up, of course. Like this morning I woke up at, like, even though I didn't sleep good last night, or I didn't go to bed till late, I woke up at 9 wide awake. And I was like really annoyed by that. So, I think part of it was because I've totally forgotten to remind our babysitter of the therapy appointment this morning. And I texted last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, there's no way she's still up. Oh no. So I think part of my mind was like stressing about that, but then she responded to me in the morning, be like, oh yeah, I'm still good. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, sorry, I got reminded like when I sent you this message, and she was like, oh, it's all good. Oh gosh. So yeah, I do this so often. It's so annoying. I have to stop pushing so hard. Hey, come on. Okay, you go there. Oh, where'd it go? Probably have another one sitting somewhere around here. I don't know where it is. Okay. So yeah, I woke up at 9. I was like, oh, I could go downstairs and drink some coffee and diamond paint, and I should have done that. I really should have, but instead I kind of just laid in bed. Sydney actually slept in this morning. It was really bizarre. Like this child does not sleep in like this normally, but she got up at like 9:30 this morning. And I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So, she must have been tired or something last night. Maybe the week finally caught up with her. Because I know over the weekend, like after the weekend, she was so exhausted. Because she doesn't take a nap, but then she also went to bed late and then like woke up the next day pretty early. And yeah, so she was pretty tired. So I think her body finally went like, okay, it's time to sleep. So she slept in this morning. And I was actually texting her babysitter, my friend April, who was babysitting her. I was like texting her this morning. I'm like, man, she's still asleep. Okay, just making sure that wasn't in the bottom there. Okay, it's still there. Yeah, so April came over and watched Sydney while we went off to our appointment like we normally do. And then we decided that this will be our last couples session for now, unless we feel like we need one in the future. But we decided, like, I mean, obviously cost is a big thing. Like, I mean, we have, I mean, the therapist we go to see is not as expensive as I've seen other therapists be, but it's still pricey, and it's like we can't afford to do 3 sessions, 3 sessions between the two of us. So we decided to focus the individual over the couple. So we determined this will be our last one for now, unless we feel like we need one in the future. But I think we got a good foundation going forward. And honestly, working on ourselves, we're also going to work on our couple as well. So, and honestly, I said that to my therapist, and they were like, you know, I love that. That's amazing. So I was like, cool. So yeah, we did that. And then on the way home, I got some Dunkin' because I did not have a cup of coffee yet today. And so yeah, got home, and Little Miss was very excited to see us. Seemed like she had a fun time with Auntie April though. And then we kind of just did our normal thing. We got, today has also been a day that's just been go, go, go. So, like, once I'm done here, I am looking forward to just relaxing. I might, see if I can take a short nap on the couch or something. I don't know. But, yeah, today was so go, go, go. Like, we got back here. said goodbye to April, and then jumped into lunch for the Sydney, and then jumped in, like, and then of course Zero needed to have his breakfast, and then we were like, okay, now we need to, yeah, now we gotta get Sydney laid down for a nap, and just like, there was so much, I was just like, oh my gosh. So by the time we were like done, I'm like sitting there dragging, I'm like, I still gotta record my whip and chat. It's just like, I just want to relax, but no, I'm here. That's the important thing, is I'm here. And now my husband's like, well, you could just, like, we could put a different video up today. I'm like, no, I don't want to, like, I've been doing good on not missing a whip and chat for a while, so I'm going to keep up on it. So yeah, even if it was a slightly shorter one, which, I mean, it's not that much shorter, which, that's fine. But, like, I was like, you know what, even if I do a shorter one, I'm still going to get one up today because, yeah, I'm sticking to my schedule, and that's the important part. So yeah, hopefully next week I'll have, well, I should have more exciting stuff next week because it's boys and Halloween, although we don't have them for Halloween this year. They go to their mom for Halloween, so gotta figure that chaos out still. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to talk about. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh god, I have so many notifications to get caught up on when I'm done. Man, things are crazy. Okay, anyways. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. Yeah, I'm sorry it wasn't more exciting, but sometimes that's how life is. Sometimes you just kind of have quiet weeks, but I mean, hopefully things go well with the house. We'll see. We have to get our offer, like they're going to stop accepting offers on Halloween, so we'll hopefully after that we'll hear something. But yeah, here we are. Okay, so what is coming up this week? We have, I think I have another wrap-up Wednesday, because I just did Any Candy, I believe, so I have Witchcraft Room to follow, so I'll probably post that one. Can't remember what I have. I'm probably going to post an unboxing of some sort on Monday, because I don't have anything else of a special video. I am going to do my weekly check-in this Sunday. I am so sorry about skipping that this week. I was just going to do it on Monday, but I just didn't have the energy for it on Monday. But yeah, I'm not going to skip it again this week. I'm going to make sure I get it. Like, I mean, to be fair, power outage was not my fault. And we did lose power actually another day this week, which was really annoying. So it's like twice in 1 week now we lost power with just slight winds, which I live by the lake. There's always wind here. Like, why? I should not lose power in the wind. So yeah, but I will make sure that does get posted on Sunday this week. I got a lot to catch up on in it. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna actually get caught up on stuff or if I'm just going to work from a new starting point. Well, I'm still deciding that. But yeah, I promise I'll get that up this weekend. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, that's all I have. Oh yeah, and of course, you know, Diamond Art Club's doing their Christmas releases this weekend. If you're on a no buy, I hope there's not anything that's calling to you. If you are buying, I hope you guys find what you're looking for there. There definitely are a couple that have caught my eye so far, like the Dakota and the Mrs. Buttered. But I am currently going to be on a strict no buy with this house situation. So I will live vicariously through everybody else. But yeah, I think that's all I have though. I'll stop rambling at this point. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We almost finished the section. We were so close. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. They really do help with the algorithm and stuff. And throw me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing, how your week's been. What are your Halloween plans? Curious to know. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, please hit that subscribe button down there. And then hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. I tend to post videos on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays, but you never know when one will come at random, so definitely hit that bell to be notified. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.